On the day of my birthday, I was blessed with Rukia on the 50 orb multi of the 19 million download celebration banner, which I'm actually quite content. So yeah, pretty nice of KLab to give me this character. Now, if you guys did not know, Rukia, I did hate the character quite a good amount because of how flawed she came out on release. Great set of skills, however, for whatever reason, they gave her a melee SA2, which basically made her second strong attack completely useless in Guild Quest and in Limit Breaker Quest often than not. When she had rules that increased her range damage, her second strong attack would actually be halved in terms of damage and do a lot less compared to the SA1 and SA3, on top of already having a 16-second cooldown because it's a healing strong attack. And of course, I did rank her lower than Yamamoto for my top 10 power characters because of that simple matter of fact alone, that she was bad in Guild Quests, and in Limit Breaker Quest, she could get cooked. And then I pretty much had a bit of a backlash towards the community. A lot of Rukia Glazers were pretty much going crazy for her. I had to go through hell because of that, and I was pretty much forced to change my opinion. And ever since then, my opinion did change in terms of being the best power character for PvE content. Better than 1000 Year Blower Yamamoto, better than 8th Anniversary Ichigo because of the Rampage and whatnot. And now that I own the character, did my opinion change since then? And do I still find her problematic in Guild Quest and in Limit Breaker Quest? No, my opinion is still the same. But yeah, finally got her. She's still one of the better power characters in the game, but I just wish that she did not have that problem, bro. What pisses me off the most is Kiryu is now actually going to be usable in Guild Quest because they turned human Guild Quest into a ranged and melee rotation, meaning that she is now able to do something with her SA2 than completely nothing like this character. Ulquiorra had a bugged second strong attack where it would do half the damage. And they fixed both of the characters for their corresponding game modes, but this Rukia, we're more than 6 months in and still nothing, still the same flaws as always. But why don't we go ahead and give her a run in Inheritance Trials? Why not? Alright, we should at least do that. It's more than enough. Here's the setup. All the links are 5-5. I just have yet to max Senjusha and Grimmjow, but they all have 500 SP, SP bonus ability, level 10 SP. So we're getting the most out of Rukia's SP with full stam and long stride enabled onto the character. The total SP that we have on her right now is, well, 4,000. Okay, there we go, 5,756. Of course, I'd have a lot more SP if I gave her the SP bonus ability, but I want to make her speedy. Why not? And funny enough, we have Killer here. So yeah, I'm pretty much recording this before the IT Killer gets changed. For those of you guys that don't know, her DPS is pretty much similar to Killgaze. By that, I mean she basically has Frenzy +2 with full stamina damage boost, more damage to frozen enemies, and then she has the Rampage skill. So once we have killed 50 enemies, we'll basically have 100% damage at all times, and she's going to be able to one-shot like the type of OP character that we want her to be, and it's pretty good. Her kit is basically Suction Vortex AoE in front on the SA1, 960 on the SA2, which takes a ridiculous amount of time to get back, and then a full screen SA3, but thankfully she does have the recharge one moving in between the maps, so at least it kind of does complement itself. No? So yeah, there's at least that, and she doesn't disappoint. This is at 1.5. She's carrying IT, she does the job. For PvE content, I never had a problem because at the end of the day, you didn't have the bullshit like, having range resistance and whatnot or different stuff. It's just an extreme co-op where it's gonna be like, you know, a bit of a problem trying to get her SA2 to do all of the hits because it's classified as a melee attack and she doesn't have Marauder. So, yeah, there's that. But as you guys can see, she's good. She's actually good for PvE content. Like, there's just no doubt about it. To be honest, any new release they do, they've been cooking with the characters. Even mid-months, as you guys have seen with Halibel. I don't remember who else. Asnot. Like, you guys get the point. Just Ado Nieto, if you ask me, was mid. But to be honest, he's a super pot farmer that is meant to be used as a link. So, yeah, that's saying a lot. But yeah, Rukia in IT. She's fantastic. when she has Killer, and even without, I do think that she's better than Future Society Ulquiorra. But the bigger problem has pretty much always been Limit Breaker Quest and Guild Quest for the character itself. It was never about PvE content because, let's be honest here, most end of the month characters do really well in PvE content. That's a given, but these types of game modes, Rukia was a Limit Breaker Quest character, designed for Limit Breaker Quest, and she's a failed experiment still. Like, slot 1, if you do not have the likes of the Ulquiorra right here, well, guess what? For Rukia, sure, you'll have advantage of the power attribute damage multiplier and the range damage multiplier, never the kill effect. But guess what? On the SA2, you have only one rule active, being the power attribute damage times 2. And in slot 3, there are no rules. That being said, the enemy mobs are tech, so like, it's always been a problem for when it came to using the character as a whole. I'm not kidding when I say this. It never was really a good thing. Anywho, I'm not looking to do a really fast run. I'm just here to demonstrate the purpose of Rukia with how she does, just to let you guys know. And the setup is pretty much similar, although I didn't really give her the best in terms of links, but I may as well do that now. There we go, same exact links as before, just so you guys know. And that's pretty much about it. Let me just go and get the second set of links on Ulquiorra, and we should be good to go. Oh yeah, there we go. Now let's start. Now again, Rukia's SA1 and the SA3 is going to be fine. It's going to be fine. But wait until I use my SA2 in one of the next moves. So first things first. Alright. I'm just gonna use the SA3. Let me use the SA2. You guys already see the problem? The SA2 did not kill. Why did it not kill? Because I'm missing the rules, man. You guys understand now what it means to pretty much use Rukia like this? Like, if you don't have Ulquiorra, you're still screwed even if you use the character. Like, I'm gonna be using most of my essays, and look at this! I did do damage against the smaller mobs, but against the tougher ones, it's like as if I did jack shit. And this is also another one of the reasons why she was a failed experiment. It's not even funny. Like, look at this. Look at this. Do you guys understand what I mean? In slot 1, she can get screwed over. Slot 2, she can get screwed over. The only time she doesn't get fucked over is slot 3, where she has no rules. Like, it's not even fun. Why is this a thing, bro? Can you guys not fix the SA2 and turn it into a goddamn range attack? Like, come on, man. It's stupid. It's beyond retarded at this point, because you guys have proven that the likes of Future Society or Hime, who has the 960 into tracking vortex. Well, not 960, but you guys get the point. The homing vortex as a whole. They can turn it into a ranged attack, despite being a boost, and every single boost attack has always been considered a melee attack. Every single one of them. Kiryo's as well, except Kiryo, they didn't really have to do it because they just changed the whole GQ rotation and now acts like as if the attack will work and hit, do everything. Here, it just doesn't work for Rukia. But now, let's go ahead and bring Rukia into slot 3. Yeah, let's do that. Start the next run and get to Rukia. I'm gonna be missing out on the increased status element chance. That's a given because the enemy mobs are mined and not tech. But now my Ulquiorra is gonna be pretty much buffed to hell with this one. Alright, now we get to Rukia. Let's use the SA1. And now it does the damage. Now it does the damage because guess what? I'm not binded to any freaking rule, and all of my essays will hit as they naturally do. Because once again, I have no rules active. No rules active. No rules active. No rules active, and I can actually do everything that I can to kill the enemy mobs. And that's why I've hated Rukia since then, even before I didn't even have her. I always saw this as a problem, and it stayed as a problem, and KLab has never fixed the character. Yet, they can do it for Ulquiorra and Orihime. Yeah, that's a lot of bullshit if you ask me. Nah, I'm not buying this whatsoever. It's stupid, it's ridiculous, it shouldn't even be a problem, and it's why I did rank her low. Now, granted, I did downplay her a lot because I didn't take into consideration the PvE content as a whole, mainly guild quests and limit breaker quests. So, in terms of ranking, I'm still gonna keep her as the second best power character, third best at best. I come from the future. We now have the new Power 1000 Year Blower Misaki, and the rankings for when it comes to actually evaluating Rukia, she might actually go at best second, third, or fourth in the power list. Just so you guys know. But going back onto my past recording, because I do feel like the 8th anniversary Ichigo can be used in guild quests still. Even though he's very severely underpowered compared to Rukia, at least you can use him and get all the damage out for guild quests. Still, even if he's weaker. And heck, he can even work as a side unit because of the 750 into tracking vortex. So, there's a lot to take into consideration. And then the only thing that sucks about 8th anniversary Ichigo's is his SA1. Alright guys, and we fast forward to today. We're currently in June 7th, and we have ranged Aronker going on in Guild Quest. I already got my good score, got 42 seconds remaining with 7th anniversary Ichigo, 1000 Year Blower Aizen, and Academy Shuhei boosting Ichigo itself. And now we're just gonna go ahead and use Parasol Rukia. Now, I already have a team set up and ready to go to use here, and here is what we're rocking with. Rukia is going to have the Killer Sticker, Pill, and the T-Set, all with 30% SP. The links are pretty much the same as you guys have seen in Limit Breaker Quest, although in her case, I'm going to swap the Jushiro for the Sinkalman Chad because you need the extra cooldowns overall. Being cucked with the SA2 is not good at all, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to be losing some Transcendence, but like, you guys get the point. And the bonus abilities, I did swap Longstride for Focus, just so that way she acts like as if she were a 2-5 character, and we do get the 100% crit rate. The only thing we're going to be missing out on is the extra Spiritual Pressure boost. So you guys get the point. And then the team 1000 Year Blower Aizen, 3-5, a triple Nat 30, full stam, and attack. And then Kisuke's max transcended with burn immunity, so that way he doesn't get screwed over entirely. Yeah, I gave him full stam and fire resistance, so that way he's completely immune to burn, max transcended. But yeah, let's just go and show you guys how annoying it is just to even play as her in very hard guild quests. Now, I unfortunately could not get Rukia in time for the Nightmare difficulty when Ringiku dropped. But even then, I can tell that Nightmare is going to be way worse. Anywho, SA1 and SA3 are fine, but the SA2, bro, why did she do only 1 damage? If that weren't the case, I would have been able to already clean out the goddamn wave. Just like that. And now I pretty much have to use my Soul Bomb here. Can we get 40 seconds remaining at least, bro? Like, keep in mind, I can never use my SA2 in terms of damage. Bro, what is this? Okay, Kisuke ruined the run because he pushed back. But like, bro, what is this? How is this good? How is this good? Lads, this is a character that you guys were defending like crazy. And I didn't even try hard here, and the most I could get is like 33 seconds. No, 26 seconds remaining, excuse me. We're gonna try that again because it is possible to get 30 seconds remaining. But like, the fact that you need to 5-5 just to even get 40 seconds remaining, bruh, that's just so stupid. Excuse the dog shit play, but now we're gonna try to improve. But this was just to prove you guys a point. Alright, there we go. And now look, the SA2 will do no damage. Beautiful! Dude, thank God for Aizen shield. Matter of fact, we're getting carried by 1000 Year Blower Aizen. If it weren't for the fact that we had him on the team, we'd be getting screwed over like as if it's nothing. We're getting carried. Look at it. Look at it. We're actually getting carried by Aizen. That's not funny. There we go. 37 seconds remaining. I think that's probably the best that we can get. But like, bro, this just isn't it. This is at 1.5 and I gave her the focus slot. 1000-year blower Rengiku will do better than that. I know my boy Retsu. He got like a 43-second remaining clear time. And his Rengiku was only 1.5 with Aizen. And keep in mind, Rengiku was also buffing Aizen in terms of that. Like, this character, she was just a failed experiment. Now, I get it. This character is not meant to be used for guild quests. And it's clearly obvious that she was designed for Limit Breaker quest. But why would you design a Limit Breaker quest character to then be completely blocked off of almost every single Limit Breaker quest? There's only been like 2 to 3 Limit Breaker quests in which she worked fine, where in slot 2, she had just the Aranker Killer rule and the power attribute typing. And then in slot 3, of course, where you normally would have no rules, she worked out just fine. But in slot 1 upon release, she definitely had the problems, but was better to use over 8th and Ichigo. But then the other times, as you guys have seen, when the Future Society OKR dropped, it was bad. This is the character that you guys were protecting. And the crazy thing is, bro, get her max transcended. At most, you're getting 42 seconds remaining. In average score. In average score. You get 1000-year blower Yamamoto max transcended. You're doing more with him. Yes, you can state the same case that with Yama, you're getting carried by sides. But once you get the crazy RNG to proc, he still has like, what, 40% more damage to weaken and burning enemies and can get through just fine? Like, let that sink in. There's a good reason why I put Yama over Rukia in this kind of case. But people just had to fucking trash on my whole goddamn take and literally just disregard it because y'all are fucking glazers over this, man. It's just so stupid. And here we go. We just proved it. This character, I do like the character. Don't get me wrong. From the animations, the soul bomb, the skills, it's good. What I hate the most is her design. This should not be a thing. And again, if you guys can fix Ulquiorra, who had a bugged SA2, if you can fix Orihime, that had a melee SA2 before coming out and then got patched out and turned into a range collision attack, you guys can do the same fucking thing for with this Rukia. Like, let that sink in. This is KLab we're talking about. And they're pretty stupid. Like, even Kirio got fixed. Even though the straw attack design did not get fixed, like, they literally turned goddamn human into a melee and ranged rotation, and now her SA2 doesn't get blocked off. And then you have Rukia that still has this problem. Bro, we're 6 months in. She has not gotten fixed. Lads, I'm gonna say this right now. By the time she gets fixed, and her SA2 acts like a ranged attack, she will actually be the best power character in the game, no doubt about it. She would do very well in every single Limit Breaker quest. She would do very well even in her own guild quest rotation. It's just that they cucked her so hard, it's not even funny. And there you guys go. I was right all along, but I guess, people are just freaking crazy. I'm done. Thank you guys for watching. I now finally have her to prove you guys that she ain't that cracked as she was meant to be. She does good in IT, she does well in every single co-op and single player quest, but for what she is designed for, in Limit Breaker quest, she can get screwed hard, and in guild quest, dude, if you're in A1 to S, guess who you're gonna be using? Sentan Ichigo with the Academy Shuhei buff, and most importantly, 1000-year blower Aizen, and you'll be able to get over 40 seconds remaining. You're gonna be using 1000-year blower Rengiku. And that character is going to be better than Parasol Rukia. Case closed. I'm out. Take care. Bye. Sayonara. Ciao, ciao. My hate was completely justified for the character. I just wish that she never had that stupid design flaw to begin with.